Hey everyone, Max at 343 Labs here. We're a music production school based in New York City, Berlin, and online. And today I'd like to show you a clip by one of our instructors, the one and only John Selway, which is taken from his weekly stream, which airs right here on our channel. Now, if you like what you see, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell notification below. Let's get into it.
I'm playing around with Opal today. All right, well, what has it got? It's got a few different sound generators and it's got some effects. If you think of like electron devices, I mean, this is, kind of that sort of workflow. You've got parameter sequencing and locking and probability, and you can, sequence and modulate everything. And you can save patterns. You could do like whole tracks just with this thing. So what we're going to play with, I mean, you can see there's a step sequencer there, right? And this gem section is just doing kind of simple kick or bass-like things. Right, and that's already kind of cool. Sounds like FM synthesis. All right, so anyway, like I said, I'm not here to like go through and meticulously fool around and go through every little parameter and make it perfect and whatever. We're going to use the randomizing. This is what was so much fun when we were just hanging out in the lounge the other day, is I just, open up this randomizer and all of the parameters, all of the steps, everything goes crazy. All right. And sometimes it sounds amazing and sometimes it doesn't. So, and what I'm going to do is try to generate a bunch of different patterns and try to find elements to build into a groove, into a track, or just make samples of and then come back to later, like making loops and stuff. And then to make this even better, it's multi-timbral. I can have all these different instruments going on at the same time, and we want to set up audio tracks to record each element separately so I can process them and edit them and arrange them. And, it's just going to give me more content simultaneously. Save Techno is asking, is it free? No, it is not a free plugin. And again, I want to stress, this isn't a promotion. I bought this because I think it's cool, right? And I'm just sharing it with you. So full disclosure. Who else has popped into the chat here? Hey, Rasmus, nice that you're here. UK Strings has been getting into the Behringer clones to mix things up. Yeah, we have some of those. We have some of those here. This is another thing I've been, aside from like procrastinating on playing around with Opal, we have all this hardware here, and it really needs to be set up to do some hardware, DAW-less jamming. And finally, you might have heard me complaining about this a little while ago, but finally we got one of these. We got the Push 3 standalone, so you can expect that to pop up on the stream pretty soon. The idea is the Push 3, hopefully it's going to be working and the bugs are getting sorted out, but we got the Push 3 here. We're going to have a Push 3 and hardware like jam setup, right? Where we can just hit, forget about, not forget about Ableton Live because it's still Ableton Live, but away from the screen a little bit and have like a kind of standalone, fun studio hardware-based setup to go and play around with. So yeah, we'll get to that soon enough, but it's here. I'm happy. We got one. Okay. Hey, DJ Feo from Mexico. Nice to have you. Believe you've been around before. Very nice. Cool. All right. Anyway, back to Opal and making weird bleepy bloopy freaky random craziness. All right. So, it's got a sampler in it. I want to give it a sample and you can do some kind of crazy granular stuff with this. But let's find a sample and drop it in. It has to be a WAV file, I believe. I tried dragging some AIF files into this and it wasn't happy. So let's see if I can get this in there. All right, so I've loaded up a sample. All right. So anyway, I'm not going to worry too much about sound design right now because what we're going to do is open up that randomizing thing again and click surprise me. Now this is just, this is going to probably maybe not be awesome right away, but let's see. Okay. There's a couple of cool noises in there. I don't know what's going on there. I could go through and kind of investigate each one and tweak it and tighten it up. But really, like I said, I just want to easily generate craziness. So, and then again, capture all of those separate sounds individually on different audio tracks. We can do that. Let's make an audio track and choose Opal as the audio from source, and then choose outputs 3 and 4. All right, so 1 and 2 are going to be the mix out for everything. Okay, that's one instrument inside of Opal, doing some crazy randomized modulation on that FM sound. That's already great. Like, I'm not necessarily, this is what when I said wonky before, this is what I was thinking of. Right away, I started hearing it doing these kind of weird, detuned, noisy kind of bass patterns happening. Or potentially they could be bass or leads or whatever, but that's already crazy. That's already good. There's even a sound in there that could be, I could isolate and slice up and make percussion sounds out of. So I'm already happy. Let's do another one. Well, another audio track. And see what's on the next instrument on outputs 5 and 6. All right, some bleeps. I said there would be bleeps. There they are. Whoa. And weird farty noises too. I mean, those of you who are into more kind of weird minimal underground stuff, this could already be the start of a track. Just that. And of course, the additional benefit of separating out each element in Opal onto its own track is effects processing and playing around. I mean, I'm going to sample this. I'm going to record tracks into clips, sounds into clips. But I'm hearing some really quiet stuff in the background in this one that I want to be louder. And all right, I could go in and try to turn up the individual steps in Opal, but let's just try squashing the heck out of it first, because it's really dynamic, right? There's some really loud hits and some really quiet hits. There it is. And that's really peaky and clipping now. Do you know what might be good for this? Would be upward compression or expansion. So we can do our OTT on this. And it's going to bring up some of that quiet stuff and also squash the heck out of the bright, loud stuff. Anyway, you hear what I'm talking about. So that's another potential interesting part, right? Or source for one-shot samples and effects and things like that. Let's add in another track and hear what else is happening. Opal outputs 7 and 8. We'll turn those on. That's like a ravey, techno-y lead sound right there. I mean, maybe with some editing, but like I like that, right? Some effects. I mean, okay, I haven't produced and worked on the kick and the hi-hats, and it's like, and that needs to be a tougher beat, right? But you can hear the potential, I hope. These right now, what it's generated, those don't all necessarily go together really well somehow, but they sound like cool elements to use for different things. All right, so that's another potential decent one. And what did I hit that randomize button once or twice? Maybe. It's endless what you can do. Not every instrument sounds cool when you randomize it. I mean, if you've ever done that with different plugins that have different levels of randomization, like sometimes it just goes like completely out of, I don't know, like loses context. In this case, I've gotten some pretty good results. It's, each instrument is not overly complex, so you can randomize it and it doesn't go off the range too much. Cool. Luminous Cloud is talking about stock drum synths into drum rack and sequence with the Opal sequencer module. Oh, that's right, because it has individual. All of the things in Opal can be separated. That's great. That's a good idea. Nice. I'm glad we have some Opal users in here. You guys have probably already gone much deeper than I have with it. All right, let's keep going. Let's see what's coming out of 9 and 10. All right, that's the sample. Let's pump this up a little bit. Hopefully that's not too loud. And of course, since it's a sample, it's really going to be highly dependent on what you put into it. I'm curious to see what this is doing. That's kind of cool. We're getting sort of minimal, blippy, kind of micro house vibes with this one, right? Because it's those chord stabs. Just playing around with some of these granular. They're scanning through the sample. Turning on there's a number of grains there. It's real popping and clicking sometimes. It's real sharp, so I'm increasing the attack time a little bit on that. Could tune it. Anyway, just playing around. Like I said, make it fun and experiment and keep turning knobs, even if you don't know what you're doing. If it sounds good, it's good. All right. Not loving this one. It could be the sample. It could just be the pattern that was randomly generated. Let's see what happens if we change it. I know I can only randomize some of them, right? Not all of them. But I'm just going to say surprise me because, ooh, I like that. A little darker. Oh, that was randomly surprisingly good right there. Because I'm kind of thinking, I was saying wonky, I'm thinking kind of more dark, weird underground techno. Not too clean. Not too typical, like, chord stabs and build-ups, but just like weird grooves. Feeling the weird grooves today. This is definitely that. This would be good for electro too, these sounds. It sounds like your finger is stuck in a socket and your brain's getting zapped. That's like very good. Okay. The probability is like, what? Ooh. Can I capture that? I can't. I don't even think I can capture that because I can't. It only makes sound when the transport's going. Like, how do I capture that long release hit there? without, because it won't do it if the clock, I don't know. We'll have to figure that out another time. That's going to be too tricky. All right. So I'm going to capture, so there's 3 or 4 good things here, right? So I'm going to capture this stuff to audio. It's already routed in. Let's turn the monitor off to start with. I'm holding down Command to do non-exclusive track arming, right? So I can record all of them at the same time. And I should just be able to start recording loops of this stuff. All right. So yeah, whatever it's doing, we're not hearing it. Let's turn that hi-hat off for a second. All right, so that one's getting recorded. What? Oh, it's David, there's no stereo. I haven't panned anything. Let's check. Let's make sure you're getting stereo. Everybody hearing stereo? All right. Oh my God. Let me record this again and make sure that I got like a good clip of it. Also, I can leave that on. Delete this automation. I didn't mean to do that. All right. Auto. All right. I'm just getting my track inputs and activate buttons sorted out so I don't make a total cacophony here. It's totally clipping. I don't care. I guess I could go into Opal and turn it down. Oops. Oh, there's the level. I'm like, where's the level? It's just so we don't clip. All right, so I've got some that are not clipping. And I think that's enough for that one. It doesn't change that much. Okay. Let's capture this one. Another weird, strange... I'm not sure about this one. Oh, that's right. You know what? I forgot. I randomized over the first 2 that I did that were good. So I don't even like those. So I'm going to just not capture those. Let's try this one. That one's not doing anything. Why is that? All right, anyway, before I hit randomize again, let's see what this guy's doing. All right, I like that one. Definitely need to keep this one. Let's record that. All right, the polymetric repetition is a little odd. This definitely needs to be like looped and, so it doesn't, there's like an extra beat in there that shouldn't be there. I'm going to have to turn this into something, but it's a good starting point. All right. Let's just keep making some stuff. All right. So I have a few clips now. Let's see what else we can do. Okay, let's try our luck. Surprise me. Couple of cool sounds in there. Again with the long release time on the sample. I mean, this is a little weird, but the different elements almost work together on this one somehow. I'm not quite sure, but they kind of do. Alrighty. Oh my God. This workflow's kind of bugging me a little bit. I feel like I like the flow of it when I'm just playing with the plugin and hitting random and kind of getting into the groove and listening, but then I have to stop and worry about which clip is going or recording. It's a bit tedious. I wonder if it might be just more fun to let it go into the arrangement view instead of individual clips, and then I can go back and cut up those into samples. That might be more interesting. Let's see. All right, so I've got all those tracks armed. I believe I need one more. I'm missing one. Go back to the Opal. Go back to, oh, there's actually several. Opal, and then, all right, so that's a lot of that's a lot of material potentially. And we're just going to record into here. Getting some effects in there too. All right, ready? Oh my God. Someone who's just tuning in right now is like, what is going on? This is ridiculous. All right, I hear something in here that I like. That's it, right? It's that sample again. All right, let's turn off recording automation because it's capturing me turning the mutes on and off. That's cool. With the reverb on it. I feel like this one would need a 16th note hi-hat, maybe. All right, that's another track starter right there for sure. Let's see what else is going on in this. Little blippy zaps. Here's some stereo for you guys. All right, David Bora, Glitch Music is back. It never went away. I'm hearing a lot more micro house out there now. That's definitely back. Micro house. All right, what's this loud one doing? It's another weird effect. These could all be useful for something. Maybe not all at the same time. Not bad. Very loud. Which one is that? Something like this, I won't do it to you guys, but something like this, I might let this record for 5 minutes just to make sure I get a lot of cool variation. That's a lot though. All right, and we're still recording in here. We still have all this stuff. All right, let's break this down a little bit. And again, I'm not arranging, but you could do this live. You could really roll the dice. Imagine doing a live set with this and just hitting surprise me every time you want a new track. And then the challenge is to make it work for the performance like really fast. That could be for experimental music, this could be great. All right, why did I stop recording? Let's start another round here. That's kind of cool right by itself, just as a little weird chirpy percussion loop. Okay, but we're gonna do this surprise me again. It's okay. Might take a couple of those hits. Really blippy bloopy stuff. That's better. I like it when it's more continuous and rolling today, I think. Sounds good with some delay on it. It's another track starter. Can't believe it's already 1:45. Time's flying, just hanging out with you guys and randomizing synthesizer sounds and patterns. This has got a nice vibe to it. Let's see what else is happening. Okay, that's the sample. I should throw another sample in there. That's a good idea. I'll come back to that in a second. Nice snare slash, yeah, modulating clap. It sounds like what that is. Some weird sustain noise going on here. Some like, some it's sort of like an engine driving away in the distance or something. Oh, this is great. Like sound design without actually doing sound design. Let's do this again. I'm just going to keep going. I told you I just wanted to have fun today, right? And that's what I'm doing. And I hope you're okay with that. All right. What do we say? We're going to change the sample to something else. Let's see what I can find. It's again, all of my samples in the library, they're all like AIF files. I need to find WAV files. Let's see what we can get in here that might do something interesting. Like, do I want percussive or noisy, or do I want harmonic? I feel like something like that might be good to get some harmonic content in there. Let's try. All right, and then we are going again to randomize. All right, I'm going to keep randomizing until I get something I like out of the sample. That's interesting. Yeah, I like that. Definitely glitchy. Let's tune it down. All right. Put an echo on there. Oh, wrong one. There we go. I like this for something dubby and spacey. How's it going to sound with that big, tough kick? Not too bad. I'm glad we arrived at a place where it wasn't totally wonky and like insane and potentially irritating, right? We can like focus in and guide it into a different direction if we want, even though it's still randomizing, right? little more continuous now with a longer release. Just playing around now. Maybe better shorter. Because it's so spacey with all the delay and the reverb on it. It's nice to have the contrast of the short stabbed chord. All right. Now, yeah, I'm recording all of this, not with the effects though. It's something I got to think about and be organized about. Like, do I want to capture this as a sample with the effects, or do I want to capture it dry? I mean, I could do both. Like if I start recording, and then I can make another audio track and do audio from track 7. And then if I do that post effects, and then I could potentially record that wet signal with the delay as well at the same time. Making sure to arm both tracks so they don't just cut off like that. I like this. We've covered so much ground in such a short amount of time just by randomizing one device. Okay. Get ready for it to be weird. Okay, not. Surprise. Ooh, that's nice. And that's getting recorded. Really nice pads for something, I think. All right, dare I add in one of these other tracks? Let's see what we got. All right, more random weird noises again. Make sure we record that. All right, let's see what this guy's doing. More percussive kind of stuff. That's a little, that needs to be, if I were to use it in this groove, it needs to be sliced up and quantized. It's a nice idea though. All right, that's recorded. See what this guy's doing. Okay, that was the sample. More atmospheric stuff. I'm happy with this, guys. I know you're probably like, oh, come on. Let's stop and take a break and talk for a little bit.
Thanks for watching, and don't forget, we put out new content every week, so don't forget to check back often. And if you'd like to learn more about music production and take a course with us, or just join our community, come check us out at 343labs.com. See you next time.